Guys,
3 hours.
guys, my quote on my board, in case you can't read it, says, in the 1960s, a minimum wage job would keep a family of 3 afloat. And that's by Elizabeth Warren.
No shit.
If you work 32 hours of a minimum wage job now, can you keep afloat?
No
If you
way.
work more than
Jose.
32 hours, probably.
Yes, Zach.
Well,
You can't keep afloat.
even if you did 40 hours.
So we need to raise
The problem is you can't get
Inflation
it.
should be
Not even
less.
close.
No,
But
not even close.
Zach said for president.
Zach, you're
So guys,
Might by far be a better president than you.
whoa!
Pride squad.
He's not saying it, he's running.
I'd be the best president. Just one job.
Whoa, that's funny.
what are you doing? What's he
You
doing?
have to be elected to be.
Who the hell, yeah, who the hell's gonna vote for this?
2036, boy. Is that when I can be president?
You have to give everyone like a $5 crazy
I'm
money.
more likely to vote for Ben Carson than I am for Zach.
I would.
It's a good thing Ben Carson.
I would never vote for Ben Carson.
not
He's sleeping on the job. He's like to lose.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, he was hoping God would.
We should rename this class politics.
Many times people have doubted.
Okay, guys, hang in there. I need 3 minutes and then you're on.
Get another concept in 60 seconds.
What's
Then we're
wages?
talking about the resource farms. You teach already talking about
Yeah.
buying and selling resources.
But you're gonna do a
How
little
individuals,
quiz.
you and me are suppliers, and how firms now are the demanders. We're going to talk about buying fashion tips, and then we're going to throw in minimum wage, ask some questions. I'm going to show you this concept in 60 seconds. Here we go. Instead of price, now we're looking at wage.
Guys, listen
We're
up.
looking at fast food cooks. So when the wages are really high, and you own a business, are you going to hire a lot of workers or very few? Very few. Yeah, when the wages are high, you're not going to hire very many. When the wage falls, you're going to hire a whole lot more. So that's what the demand for labor looks like. Again, demand is now firms. You got to get that in your head. Demand is now firms. How about if you were a worker? If the wage is real low at $2, you're not going to work very much, right? You're not going to get a job. But if the wage goes up eventually, you're going to go get a job as a fast food cook. Supply for labor. This is individual. All right, supply and demand. Each other right here.
Guys, on your AP, if they give you any questions about wages, you need to not just write demand. Okay, you need to write demand for L, labor. And somewhere in there, you need to do just what he did. Put in parentheses, firms. That means who's demanding it? Firms. You can put companies, whatever you want, okay? They like the word firms, okay? And up here, supply. Put supply. It's labor. And who's supplying that? Individuals, okay? Yeah.
So this guy wants to make money off of these videos with copyrighted music playing in the background.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah,
you
he,
can use under 15 seconds.
Does that
Yeah, use the same like loop. Yeah, you play. can use the same loop as many times as you want.
I see.
Jeez, this dude thought of everything.
He's not dumb.
yeah, I was gonna say, considering he got a business, I'm sure he has some attorney checking this out.
That's very sneaky.
Well, he pays his attorney
Or you
more than
can
he
like
earns.
hitch it up or down
Right.
so that it's not
Right.
technically the same thing. So
Right.
you could probably or it could be a cover band.
Right. There we
I
go.
would imagine
They set the wage,
it's
and they
probably so
said
small nobody
the
would
quantity looks like this. So let's just go ahead and say the wage is $10 an hour, and put the quantity at 100. It could be 100,000, it could be anything. But that's the concept. Demand can shift right, supply can decrease. There's these different shifters to determine what happens to wage and quantity. That's it. Done. See you next time.
Okay, guys, you're gonna have a quiz right now.
Here
2
we go,
minutes.
bonus round. Now it's time to talk about minimum wage. Talk about minimum wage. The government comes in and says, listen, $10 is just not enough to live on. The government says, we got to put in a wage floor. It's like a price floor, except now it's with wage. The question is, where's it going to go? Above or below equilibrium? It's going to go above. So let's say it's a $15 wage floor that looks something like this. Okay, just remember that a wage floor is kind of like a price floor, right? It's right in here. The wage can't get down to $10 because the government's
I really like this because I think it really helps people to understand why it's called a floor. Because here it is with no government intervention. The reason it's called a floor is because it's preventing this from dropping. Okay, you're hitting this floor. Okay?
Okay.
you can't hire workers for less than 15.
Nice visual.
So this is 50, 100, and 120. I have 3 questions for you. They're right here. Once you pause this video and see if you can answer them. First question is number of workers that were fired because of the minimum wage, number of workers who entered the industry because now it's at a higher wage, and last one, number of workers who are now unemployed because of this new law. Again, take a look right here.
Okay, those are your 3 questions. Who was fired? How many people were fired? How many people actually entered the market because of it going up to 15? And really, what was the total effect, theoretically, on the unemployment?
Sex F was fired.
I was fired.
20 people.
Maybe 50
Does that
people.
number say 80 or 90?
Yeah, it's 80.
So
No,
20
this is, excuse me, 50.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah, 50.
50 people were fired.
50 people were fired.
Yes.
Okay, how many people were hired?
20.
20, okay? And how many people were unemployed?
How many people are on
30.
the rest of the population?
30. Everybody else.
Okay, we ready?
Alright, so
Got your
I don't know
answers?
how many people are
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast food cook. Stop the video to see if you can answer these 3 questions. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, how'd you do? Did you do good? You got it? All right, let's find out. Number of
Did you do
workers-
good?
Well, take a look up here.
Stick the economics.
This is what we're looking for. When the wage increased, firms decided to hire less workers. The quantity demanded decreased. Quantity demanded decreased. And so you went from 100 to 50. So that means 50 workers ended up losing their job.
Guys, did you notice how he put his answer?
50 circled.
50 circled, right?
That's what we
Okay. Did you see what he did? Did he give a big long explanation? Did he write a paragraph?
No.
No, he wasn't. Okay.
Okay, well, how many workers jumped in? Well, the number of workers that went in, well, we were 100 before. When the wage increased, the quantity supplied increased, and therefore now we got 120 people who want a job. It went from 120, the answer is 20. How about the number of people unemployed? Well, that's easy. The people who wanted a job, who can't get a job, well, they're right there between 120 and 50. This is a surplus. But it's not a surplus of product, it's a surplus of workers. That's unemployment, right? In this situation, it's 70 people unemployed.
Now, I am guessing that quite a number of you said, what was that? 50 minus 30, right? Right? But now you understand what you really have to always look at is go out and see you have a supply here, you have a demand here, and your unemployment rate is going to be from one side to the other, okay?
So they pretty much subtract 120 from 50 to get
That's right, okay? So it's going to be 70,
right.
okay?
So when we raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, everyone loses their job.
Well,
Boom.
I mean,
Boom.
you notice I said theoretically.
That's if there's.
Theoretically, this is what should have happened.
But there's more effects to the market.
But
It's
clearly,
gonna be a vertical line.
does this
So
occur,
many workers.
does this occur in certain markets?
Well, didn't they raise the wages, the minimum wages?
Some more than others.
It's terrible for small businesses that can't afford it.
Yeah.
No,
Not
This is
feel
a
the burn
purely
anymore.
microeconomic.
I don't feel the burn
this
at
is
all.
purely, oh, wait a minute, let's go back to those
Burn is
magical
dumb. I
words.
just like to feel burning.
Ceteris what?
Paribus.
Paribus. Is life ser?
No.
And so, that's, I mean, to be very honest, you
Yeah,
look
I'm
at
gonna put down
this,
ceteris paribus in every question.
for, this is what economists have been saying all along. But clearly, is that really what's happening?
Only in markets where there's a
Sometimes,
surplus
yeah.
of labor. It's only been tested in markets where there's a surplus of labor, where they can raise the minimum wage and nothing happens. In places like where there's a lot of like poverty and stuff, where there's a lot of like excess workers for like low-paying jobs, this doesn't work. Because like there's just so many of them. They're just like there's
New York.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's talk, what about, I mean,
well, there's so many jobs there too. There's enough restaurants there that you can eat a different place every day for 20 years. And eat 2 meals a day, in different places for 20 years.
Not everything has to make logical sense. For instance, lowering the odds of winning the Powerball makes more people
like 2 or 3
play.
meals a day for like 20
I
years.
don't
and you
see
get a
how in
different
theory
place.
you end up helping the population.
You're
Because
It's like insane.
if you're gonna
There's so many
raise the
restaurants.
cost of labor, the company's not gonna choose to make less of a profit. The company will raise the prices.
the
Yeah, you
problem
just
why
pass
the
on to the
economy is so
consumer.
bad
but
is
let's
because
say
of
you raise wages by 50% and companies raise prices by 25%.
or let's say
Why would they do
you
that?
gotta
That'd be
redistribute
stupid.
still
the
make
money.
Because they couldn't raise
You
it.
gotta force people to
Yeah,
circulate the
everything
money.
has the prices raised because the people that milk the cows, they get
Like,
their
Well, that's
wages
only good for
increased
those
so
at the
that
very
your
bottom
rent
who are
doesn't
having
go
their
up.
wages.
No.
Everyone else
No,
is
you
gonna have to
don't-
pay more.
You're very
Right.
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
Right. Contracts
But
with fixed
there's a
costs.
lot of people at the
And
bottom,
actually
and
they
see,
can't.
that's one of the things, my theory is that one of the things that they're really seeing is,
It's not
there's
immediate.
so many people at the bottom right now.
It
They're
just
scrapping
really
along.
But
That when they get that money churns, because as soon as they get it,
Goes right back
You
in.
have to spend it.
you give it to me, it's going into my savings account, I hate to say
the
it.
theory is that
Okay.
the person at the bottom is supposed to be able to move up, and you're getting rid of the
That's what-
lower
that's
rungs on the
exactly.
ladder.
That's
What
the
you're
idea.
doing is you're not letting
Yeah,
young
that's the
people,
idea.
unqualified people, enter the market in the first place because now there are no jobs for them. Now the job, like you're getting rid of the lowest rungs on the ladder, so it's
Martha,
difficult
how
to
many
enter
jobs
that
you had?
market.
There's an
I tutor. I tutor kids in my neighborhood. If there were a minimum wage for that, then maybe I would be able to tutor.
That's true. They would hire like college students. or-
Yeah, if there were a minimum
More
wage, then it
qualified
would be
people.
all Goldstein or, all Princeton Review or something, because people like me would be squeezed out. Same here.
Yeah, like the Goldstein dudes.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Because there's not, it's not like you have to go
True.
to it.
If-
you have to kickstart the economy, kind of.
Listen,
You're off the books, you're not getting paid anymore.
okay, that's a. If McDonald's is compelled,
Hey, how you doing? This is
My bad.
if McDonald's is compelled to pay people $15 an hour, they will choose the most qualified.
Yeah.
So those who are less qualified are not able to enter the
If they only have
market.
to pay $7.25, they're gonna choose
qualified.
the most qualified.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
they can say those for
You know what
15.
You know
Because the most
They-
qualified can
they
demand
force it.
more. They've had experience, they can demand more.
But
The less qualified can't.
But
they can't demand
they
less
always
either.
choose the most qualified.
McDonald's are
You
people.
always
Go away
choose
for that.
qualified.
Okay, but
No,
you're
that's
choosing
not
fewer.
true.
However,
Giant Eagle employs people that are in tougher situations.
True.
Well, no. Why, let's talk. Why does Giant Eagle do it?
Government grants.
Government, what? Say that again?
The government pays them to do it.
Absolutely, the government is subsidizing that.
Yeah.
They're not doing it because they really,
Yeah, they're not
I mean, they don't have to.
What they do?
It's profit.
Also,
They-
well, why else do they do
It
it?
benefits
Also-
everyone. I mean,
the
It
charity
benefits-
aspect.
It benefits the
Doesn't hurt.
common
Makes them
good.
look good.
Yeah,
It's
charity.
great.
Advertising.
Oh yeah, no,
it
that's
adds.
PR.
but it doesn't hurt
It
anyone.
adds.
No, it doesn't hurt anyone, no.
Yeah, like
I mean,
it adds
using
customers.
Barsik's logic, it would hurt people trying to get a job with Giant Eagle, but like.
It hurts you because that revenue is lost while getting to China.
Why would you ever?
Because
use
the
Barsik's
process.
logic to be
Okay, shut up. The process by
Barsic
which
is
the
smarter
government
than you,
collects
boy.
that revenue and then gets it to Giant
I'm
Eagle,
so
in that
Barsik's
process,
side.
some of it is lost into thin air.
That's true.
So no more taxes.
No more taxes.
No
Correct.
more taxes.
It's true. Zero taxes.
Okay, it's all solved.
What about a
What's his
negative
idea?
income tax?
I missed it.
You can't follow that theory to
Never.
like extremes. Sure, you need a country, you need a government, you need taxation.
I'm gonna let you
But you have to be cognizant of the fact that the more of it there is, the more inefficiency is created.
I
He just says no.
don't.
You should become like an economist.
No.
Who's gonna pay for the military?
I'll personally
Why
write a
can't
check
you-
for the military.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. Why can't those who are most concerned about national security
Trillion or
be those who pay the most for it?
Oh, that kind of sounds like our Congress.
Let's just
That
convert
has,
them all
how many
mercenaries
people,
instead of
how many of your
mostly
children?
mercenaries.
Last I heard, I think it
Zero.
was 2.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like what Rand Paul was saying. You can't be a true conservative and like be going for increased military spending. That's ridiculous. Like
No.
that's big government spending way too much money to have a military. No.
And that's in everything. No, notice that's why there's inefficiency in government programs. Because government programs attract rent seekers. Because government programs encourage lobbying, which then involves that money not going to those at the bottom whom you're trying to help, but rather those to the top. The Obama stimulus has gone to the top.
I think we should also get rid of
Not only does it go to the top, it goes
It's
to
like
the
future
top
economists right there.
of, really, the top of the top.
Yeah, let's go back to the issue of the top one.
But who else deserves
I mean, Mariana, they need more money.
They'll hire people.
They work hard.
So they deserve it, not the
What are you gonna do with the poor people? You're trying to help them job. Exactly. You're gonna deal with like $15 an hour poor people. You're gonna deal with them $75 an hour.
And I felt bad trying to get it.
Oh yeah. The first time, one of long time, is we actually talk about economics.
That's just 30% of the U.S. market. These are the people we're talking about. People who can't be replaced by a computer. Everyone is good.
Oh, Barney.
What are you gonna do about these people? What are you gonna do about these people? How are they gonna make a living?
That's a very different like even build the Trump. Nobody's gonna have
Why is it more about the president?
You're talking about
Anyways, what do you guys think about the economic issue? Comment below.
What do you mean invest?